Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody spread the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest. And shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights. As long as
Hello, Bonjus and Bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Nkunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have an amazing speaker. Hopefully, John is going to join us shortly, who's going to share more nuggets on mindset for success. Mindset for success. So in South Africa, we have Penny Coetla Mabor. I hope I didn't butcher your last name. So at this, I'll just let Penny to introduce yourself. You can go ahead, Queen.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me to be one of your awesome speakers. I am so honored. I feel privileged to be interacting with you on a world stage. I think now those are opening. So my name is Penny Shari Koete. My maiden name is Maboe. So Maboe is my maiden name. So I am a life coach. I'm a transformation life coach, but I do work professionally. I'm a lawyer. So that's who I am. And I am in South Africa as we're speaking right now. And it's nice weather. It's home, a little bit hot, but everything is perfect.
Wow. It's such a great honor to have you, Penny. And I can see that you are such a woman who is wearing many hats. many hats. It's an honor to have you on this platform. So Penny, if you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in South Africa. What will your billboard say?
Okay, so I thought about this a bit, and knowing myself, I am more purpose-driven, and I'm a person who likes sharing ideas. And as I say, I'm a transformation life coach. I like empowering people. So my billboard will be basically my vision, and my vision is empowering the poor in soul and in means. So we start first by the soul, because when the soul is poor, there's not going to be fruits. I mean, today we talk about success. So First of all, I need to empower. I feel like if my billboard says empowering the soul and helping people to tap into their soul region so that they can be able to fend for themselves. I mean, it says that teach a man how to fish and they will fish. But if you feed him the fish, then you feed him for that day and tomorrow they starve again. So that's what my billboard will say.
Wow. I love that, because I honestly, I believe it starts with the souls. It starts with the soul to nourish even your body. You feed the inner man first, and then from the inside, it will overflow to the rest. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. So I believe my billboard will be the second billboard driving down the highway, and it's going to say what? The sky is no longer the limit. the sky is no longer the limit, but the sky is just our point of view. We're up there, we're viewing, this is what I want to achieve in 6 months. This is what I want to do in the following years. So we all have to rise to greater heights. And it's definitely coming.
Amen
It's coming.
to that.
So yeah,
They fit in nicely. They fit in together. They talk to each other.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get started. So Penny, good people, kings and queens, if you're watching us online, Penny, she is a lawyer by profession, and she has spent most of her career life in the corporate world in the telecommunications industry. So she's a wife, a mother of 3 boys, a transformation life coach, spiritual teacher, inspirational speaker, intuitive healer, and an author, as well as an entrepreneur, heading results, transforming life coaching. So Penny also heads up the Agape Love Movement, which is an organization aimed at raising humanity's consciousness. Agape Love Movement empowers people to act and be responsible for their own lives. She is also a director of the Heal the World Foundation, as well as Sister Love Inc. So her mission is creating an environment of truth and power, thriving on spiritual growth, content, and courageous, pioneering a chain reaction of love, kindness, joy, peace, compassion, generosity, and commitment to creating value. So Penny's personal vision, like she has said, is to empower the poor in soul and means. So in her coaching career, she helps women in the corporate world to manage the work-life balance. Wow. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Penny. Yes, the stage is yours, Queen.
Okay. So yeah, it's the things that we write about ourselves. They're nice, they're brilliant, but at the end of the day, if we don't do anything to manifest them, it's just words. They're just words. They don't mean anything. So to go more in line with the topic of today, which is success, when I look at success, I'm looking at success without side effects. So first of all, we need to know exactly what do we mean when we say success, and what does it mean to have success without side effect? You know, success that is not going to harm you, success that is not going to take you away from the will of God, from you being the righteous being that we have come here to be. So first of all, like I say, we need to define what exactly is success. And in my mind, I'm looking at what the sages have said in the Bible, and also what is one of the greatest teachers that I admire, Jesus. What did he say about success? So we're looking at success that is going to prosper you. Not just success, you know, success can just be success and it's not prospering you, it's not bringing any meaning to our lives. So success that is going to prosper you, Jesus says, I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more in abundance. So we're looking at that success, the success of abundance. And I mean, if we tend to look at success in terms of what do I have, you know, in terms of only financial success, then we're off chart, because success also comes from the inside. It's having the right attitude and having peace. Imagine having all this money, and we know there's lots of people who have a lot of success externally, but internally they are not content. So when you look at success, we also need to look at the seed. You know, what are the seeds that we are planting? Because we want to be balance. Like I say, I'm a coach who helps women achieve work-life balance. So we want to achieve all-round success. You know, I mustn't be having money and then I'm not a happy person. I'm not having a good health. You know, I'm not getting along in my relationships. I'm changing relationship. One day I'm with this one, the next day I'm with that one. So we're looking at a holistic idea of being successful, and that comes from planting the right seed. And most of the time, we don't know what are the seeds that are within us. So in my coaching, what I start to do is looking at what are the values. What is this person valuing more? So we start to work from that point of view. Okay, as coaches, we say you must be successful in 8 areas of your life. That means your career, you must excel, you must be healthy, you must have a family that is thriving, you must be in good relationship, and you must also have a bit of fun and have money, all those nice things that we advise people to have. And then we're looking for balance, but it's not always that we're gonna have balance. So that's my idea of success. And success, it's not like a one size fit all. Like what you are reading as my mission, that is my own definition of success. So my definition of success might not be the same as yours. So in my definition of success, I want to create an environment of truth, of power. And I want to also include my spiritual growth in that. I want to be content. I want to thrive on spiritual growth. I want to be content, and I want to be courageous. I want to be bold, and I want to pioneer a chain reaction of love, peace, kindness, joy, happiness. So that's what I'm looking at. And at the same time, I want to be successful in creating value. It's not only what's it in for me, it's what can I do to uplift the next person. Like I was saying, that we need to teach people how to be responsible, how to fend for themselves. Because a lot of time we see people who are just living in the effect side of life. They're not seeing themselves as the cause of in their life. I mean, they will blame how I grew up, they will blame God, we sort of find excuses why our life are not bringing any meaning. So I like the topic that the mindset of success is a conscious thing. It starts consciously. And we all know that consciousness or thoughts or mindset create our reality. Whatever I'm thinking, it's not long that I'm going to produce the results of what I'm thinking. If I'm not thinking that I'm worthy of success, I could be very intimidated if we have to look at success in the ordinary sense of how it looks in our world. I'll be very intimidated, and I feel like I'm not worthy to be talking about success, because when you look at my life, it doesn't seem like I'm successful. But I know deep down within, I have peace, I have happiness, I have love, I care about other people. Therefore, in my definition of success, I'm very successful. Not very, but I'm getting there. So that's my definition of success. And I don't know, should I carry on, or you just want to stop me when I have to stop, because I can go on and on and on.
Keep going. Yes.
Okay, so that is my definition of success, and that's how I see success. Then we have to look at, how do we measure success? What is the measure of success? And when we look at the Bible again, it says, the blessings of the Lord bringeth wealth, or maketh rich, and he adds no sorrow to it. Wow, that is a profound scripture. That is the blessing of the Lord as how he wants us to have them. He doesn't want us to strive. He doesn't want us to be sick when we have these blessings. He wants it to be balanced so that we can be able to share our success. So that is how we measure the success. I'm looking at the scripture in Matthew, where the owner or the master of 3 servants gave them talents. To one he gave 5, to the next he gave 2, to the other one he gave 1. And he said, just work on these talents that I'm giving you. I'm going to come back and I'm going to check how you are doing with these talents. But what happened is that, so this owner of this land, that's God. And he's given all of us, each and every one of us, we were born with talents. We are born with purpose. He's given us purpose, he's given us talents. Some he's given more, others he's given less, even others he's given 1. So it goes according to your desire. If God has given you 5 talents, what are you going to do with that 5 talents? Are you going to grow them, or are you just going to sit on them and not do anything about them? Just like the last person, he gave 1 talent and he just sat on it. He even buried it. He didn't do anything. And when the owner came, he was so upset, because he didn't do anything. He was pleased with the other 2 that managed to manifest their talents and bring something, double their talents. This one didn't even do anything about the talents. The hint that is talking about money as a financial success is when he says, I hear it because I know you want to reap where you haven't sown. And somewhere down the line is talking about money. That's the only time that I see that he's talking about money. So we are each being given talents. And sometimes we have forgotten about why we have come here on earth. That's where purpose comes in. Because I mean, if without the desire to fulfill the purpose for which we are here for, we are not going to manifest. Just imagine when it's raining, the rain is going all over the place. The only time you're gonna carry some of the rain that is flowing, it's when you take a bucket. You know, when you have a vessel like a bucket and collect that rain, that's when you're going to have something. So each and every one of us needs to have the capacity to gain the success that God wants us to have. God wants us to have the success, and he has given us choices. He says in Deuteronomy 30 verses 19 that I set before you blessings and curses. Therefore, choose life. At the end of the day, it is our choice. What are we going to choose? But however, as much as we choose, we must always remember the Lord, because he is the one who gives us the power to prosper. There is no self-made person on earth. Yet you hear people say, I'm a self-made millionaire. There is no such. Everything comes from God. All the success that we can ever gain, even the one that we cannot even fathom that we can gain, comes from the Almighty, comes from the Creator. And as soon as we have the consciousness, the mindset to align with the giver of all good seeds, the giver of all good purpose, that's when we're going to see success. Success that is not only going to be here today and gone tomorrow, but the one that is going to stay with us and make us rich.
Wow.
So that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, I said
that was profound. Yeah, you mentioned that success comes from planting the right seeds. And those right seeds that you plant, it has to impact other people's lives. Otherwise, that's not success. Like in my eyes too, it's not success if you're just accumulating your own success, your own wealth, without impacting the world. Wow. And you've also mentioned that we must be successful in all areas of our lives, in our health, in our wealth, in our relationships. We'll have to be successful in all the corners of our lives. That was such a profound, much needed message, Penny. And the day is too short. Like those few minutes that you've just shared is really short. This topic, it deserves the whole day. So thank you so much for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So now from South Africa, we're going to the Philippines. Let me see, John is here. Okay, we're going to the Philippines, where we have John Michael Sasan. So John Michael Sasan, LPT, currently serves as the assistant principal at PAU Excellencia Global Academy Foundation, Inc. His professional journey is marked by a multitude of roles and accomplishments in the realm of education and research. Mr. Sasan is not only an educational leader, but also holds the esteemed position of Vice President for Research and Publication within the National Association of Professional Teachers, Inc., NAPT. Additionally, he serves as a research consultant at the Meda Redemptoris Collegium and takes on the role of research instructor and advisor at the same institution. In 2022, he was recognized as the most outstanding teacher, a testament to his dedication and excellence in education. So Mr. Sasan's outstanding professionalism and exemplary leadership have not gone unnoticed. John Michael Sasan's multifaceted career in education, research, and publication reflects his unwavering dedication to advancing the field of education and fostering a culture of research excellence. His accomplishments and contributions continue to leave a lasting imprint on the academic world. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome John Michael Sasson.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Real. Thank you so much for inviting me here. For everyone watching this live, good day, good morning, good noon, good evening. Now, in my location, in my place, it's almost 12 midnight.
Wow.
But I am here now because I want to share something, and also, um, giving thanks to Dr. Real for inviting me here. I wish that this platform will reach thousands and millions of people, for this is a great initiative. This is a great project. Um, I know um, this initiative will help thousands of people. Now, uh, without further ado, in my role as the assistant principal, I frequently engage with students um who visit the office, sharing their different personal struggles and experiences. This includes stories of battling depression, the stress, grappling with impatience. They are unable to control themselves, and the heartbreaking confusion of suicide or nearly killing themselves. Some have confided in me about their struggles to contain or hold their emotions, with few expressing the frightening urge to inflict harm upon others. While acknowledging the integral role of emotions in our lives, the pressing concern remains: how can we effectively manage or regulate these powerful feelings? How can we able to control our emotion? How can we foster the virtue of temperance as one of the fundamental virtues of stoicism? Now, today I'll be talking about stoicism. But before we delve deeper into the piece, allow me to introduce what is stoicism. You know, stoicism is a school of thought. It's a philosophy that teaches the rational agent to find purpose of one's life through virtue and self-control. I've been personally practicing stoicism for years now, and honestly, it has significantly improved my life. Stoicism has played an essential role in helping me finding the meaning of life and cultivating the mindset, the virtues, particularly the virtue of temperance. Since incorporating stoicism into my life, I gradually grasped the notion of what does it mean to be a stoic, and why it is called the practical framework for happiness. Unlike the past, I no longer struggle with depression or stress. I have 5 speaking points that revolves around teaching of stoicism. But let me discuss all these points in one go. Let's start with my personal story. There was a time where two of my colleagues asked me how I view negative situations or circumstances. I simply replied, I don't mind them. The world is imperfect, and so as the humanity. We are different. People are diverse. We have we have different likes, dislikes, preferences, attitudes, and there are some that are just hard to understand. After knowing all of these things, ask yourself, over which aspects do I have full control? Ask yourself, which aspect do I have full control? Of course, we do not have control over external events, about the opinion of other people, about the material things like typhoon, earthquake, natural phenomena. What we can control is how we perceive the situations and how to understand others people behaviors. In stoicism, there is no such thing as good or bad life. It depends on how we view the things. It's depends on how we view the situation. I told them that if something is not beneficial or advantageous to you, then don't mind them. I think that what we need to mind and prioritize is our reaction to the situation. How would we react to the situation if someone is mad at us, angry with us, then it's it depends on how would you respond to the angry person. How would you respond to the particular situation? I realized that our emotions are fleeting. Anger, for instance. However, the words we utter, the actions, perhaps, can cause permanent scars on the hearts of others, especially to the hearts of our loved ones, parents, siblings, brothers and sisters. I told them that perhaps the reason why I am no longer depressive because I don't things I don't I don't take things personally. If it is not beneficial to me, if it is not advantageous to my mental state, mental hate, mental health, my inner peace, my tranquility, the peace of mind, the peace of heart, then I simply ignore things, ignore it, and let negative things, negative experience pass. Our time is very precious. You know, I think one of the best gifts God has given to us is our time. Imagine you're given 24 hours, then you'll just spend that half of that 24 hours by depressing, by overthinking, by prioritizing what is not really the important things, by thinking about the negative things, by being angry, by being mad. No, I think we do not have enough time for negativities. Life is short and it's meant to be lived. It's meant to be lived. It's meant to be to find happiness, to find the peace, the tranquility. One of my colleagues responded to me saying that we have different level of sensitivity. And she has the point, of course. However, what I'm trying to express, what I'm trying to explain here, to convey here, is my own technique for responding to negativities. I am aware that there are multitude of ways, techniques, or methods, but this one really works for me, and maybe this will be beneficial for you too. um Time is limited. We are just temporary beings in this world. Is it not right to live life the way we want? I also told one of my friends that the most dangerous person in the world, the most dangerous person in the whole universe is the one who has nothing to lose and who desire nothing. First 2 weeks, all things one has desired are out of his control. The more the person is attached to it, the more we attach to the material things, the more we will become enslaved, the more we will become vulnerable. Epictetus said that longing for peace, for learning are not negative. But what he wanted to imply is that the more we long, about these material things, the more we prioritize these material things, the more we become vulnerable, because the more we become attached to the things, the more we will become enslaved to it. So out of no reason, just to break from work, I asked my colleagues if they once experienced depression. One of them said yes, while the others said just anxiety. I asked my colleague, the one who experienced the depression, about the factors behind her depression. And she said it was perhaps because of the family family problem and the financial problems. Then I asked her how long she endured the depression, and she said almost 5 years. Then I asked her again how she overcame the depression, and she said just pray and went to the beach practicing sketching just to divert her attention and emotion. Just to share with you, um there was this student of mine who approached me. She too experienced depression. She said that she cannot sleep at night and she is afraid of the dark, especially when she closed her eyes because she saw images she doesn't want to see. It was exaggerated when she hallucinate, heard and saw things like evils, like demons. you know, depression is not a joke. Depression is real. We are emotional beings, and this is our nature. We are, as human beings as we are vulnerable, and we have different sensitivity. The pain and emotion are there present, and we cannot neglect the fact that it affected us. We cannot push down our emotions. We cannot push down our emotions. All we can do is to divert our emotion. We are not robots, right? We are not robots. We cannot just erase the emotion instantly. But we can push it down. We can divert our emotion. There was this philosopher named Michael Montaigne. Every time she kissed his beloved wife, he always reminded himself that he was kissing a mortal, anticipating the worst case scenario that may happen. What may happen anytime? Let us be reminded that what may happen anytime might happen today, and at the very least, we train ourselves to be ready for the worst case scenario. For the Stoic like Epictetus, they believe that events are not inherently good or bad. We simply label them um as bad or good. Our judgments, our interpretations create the goodness and badness of the situation. We do not have control over things, but we do have control over our perception and the way we judge count the way we judge, of course, of events, how we judge the event, how we interpret and how we perceive things. This may be negative for us. However, just think that this might be the best possible thing to happen. When life gets worse, just think and say that this might be that this might be the best possible thing to happen. No, better to be optimistic during trying times. That's what I've said earlier. Our time, our time is one of the most precious gifts God has given to us. Imagine being sad or lonely for the entire day, wasting our 24 hours, spending your time on the things that give you nothing but heartaches. You know, when I am driving, when I am driving my motorcycle and it rains, instead of cursing, I will just say, maybe others are dreaming about it, and this is the best possible thing to happen. Throughout history, it is evident that anger, that anger, that getting mad rarely solves a problem. In fact, in most cases, it only worsen the problem, and worse, it leads to it leads man to his demise. There was a time while I was driving, a tricycle suddenly stopped in front of us to pick up a passenger, nearly causing accident. My wife asked me how I remained calm despite the close call. I simply replied that it was just a near accident, but it didn't happen. Thank God. Thus, there's no reason to get mad. On one another occasion, the first day of class, my tire went flat. Instead of getting angry or cursing about the situation, I asked myself whether getting upset would solve the issue or just worsen it. Many times we have witnessed how anger inflicts irreversible damage on others. The word, the words we speak cannot be taken back, leaving scars on hearts. I think we are all guilty of this, but a mistake only remains a mistake when we know it is as such and continue to repeat it, failing to make efforts to overcome this kind of mistake. There was also a time when my wife lost something precious to both of us. She felt worried and sad. She even asked me to return to the place where she left the item. She questioned why I was not mad or angry. She even asked me to be angry with her. I told her that nothing in this world truly belongs to us. Everything is merely borrowed. If things are not meant for us, they are not meant for us. I asked myself if being angry with her would help in recovering what we have lost or at least improve the situation. I think not. Getting angry is tempting and easy. Maintaining composure and patience is challenging. I pondered whether my anger would benefit either me or my wife. Perhaps I would regret it later. Hence, it's better to accept the situation and preserve peace of mind. I also told my wife that I find it paradoxical how we know we love someone, yet we often really become angry with them. Why do we subject them to pressures that could lead them to mental distress in the long run? Love is ironic sometimes, right? Why is it that we sometimes count the deeds we have done for our people we love? Does that truly define love? I believe that before directing anger towards someone, we should remind ourselves that they love us and we ought to reciprocate that kind of love. You know, when we were children, we were happier, not because there were fewer responsibilities compared to the adult world, but because we know our life priorities. We know our simple life priorities, priorities such as to play, as simple as that. Happiness was easy and simple back then. But who said that happiness should be not simple? Who said that happiness should be complicated, right? Adulthood brings so much trouble, not because life becomes more complicated due to responsibilities, but because of the pursuit of pointless and unnecessary goals. We got an infinite dreams and goals in life that we sometimes forget our true priorities, the true source of our happiness. We become preoccupied with the future that we forget to be mindful of what is right in front of us. I encountered some people who have achieved their dreams but are still unhappy, still restless, and still longing for more. Perhaps it's because those dreams were never their true priorities in the first place. Because when a person is happy, when a person is truly happy, it should be apparent in his eyes and felt in the deepest core of his soul. One time, um, my wife and I went to the grocery store. I explained to her the logic behind choosing the products with fewer ingredients. I told her that the more ingredients a product has, the less of each ingredient you get, as the total must always add up to 100%. Take this for instance. When you buy pure green tea, it means the tea bag contains 100% green tea. Thus, when a product contains green tea, lemongrass, jasmine, and cranberry, by deduction, it means that there is only 25% of each ingredient in a tea bag. Thus, pondering on the mystery of life. The more goals and objectives we have, the less focused we become. priorities are meant to be set one at a time. To have more focus in life, we should let go of unnecessary priorities. Having to learn the teaching of Stoicism. Now the question, who can be Stoics? Regardless of your status or profession in life, whether you are a president, a soldier, a priest, a teacher, a pastor, a wife, a husband, son, you can be a Stoic. I have observed a lot of say thinkers, philosophers who have misunderstood Stoicism. First, Stoicism does not profess nor teach that you should stop caring for other people around you. Instead, Stoicism simply emphasizes that people should focus more on the things under their control, such as their emotions, their decisions, thoughts, and actions. They just want to teach us that it is not wise enough to be attached to the things out of our control, such as other people's opinions. In addition to Stoicism, Stoicism does not teach one to be a robot or emotionless individual, but to be virtuous, pursuing one's dream and living with purpose in life. Lastly, Stoicism teaches us to live in peace, resilience, and with sense of purpose. We can never solve our problem as long as we are too focused on what is outside. Instead, we need to channel our focus within, inside, in our inner world. There is no need for us to go to quiet place to find peace. Wherever we are, maybe in the market, in the city, in the church, or at home, as long as we are at peace with ourselves, we can always find peace of mind, inner peace, tranquility. Thank you so much, Doc.
Wow, John, wow, you've shared such a profound, much needed message. And today I've learned something new, the Stoicism. You've mentioned that it's a philosophy that has been practiced for like centuries and
Yes.
can be a valuable tool for cultivating a resilience and a well-balanced mindset. I love the way you've mentioned that we should focus on things that we can control. Just focus on something that you can control and leave the rest to God. He's going to deal with
Yes,
that, but whatsoever you can
that's
control,
true.
just focus on that one. And the way you've also joined focusing on things that you can control with being self-aware of your surroundings, being self-aware of what's happening around you. That's applying your emotional intelligence in everything. Just embrace adversity. You've mentioned that we should also embrace adversity. Whatsoever is happening into our lives, it doesn't mean that's the end of the tunnel. There is still light beyond the tunnel. Wow, what a profound, much needed message. And you've just closed by practicing gratitude. We should be grateful on everything that is happening around us. And I just love the way, I love the way you've shared your story that your wife at some point in time, he just wanted you to experience what she was going through. He was like, just put yourself in my shoes and just feel this pain that I'm going through. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much.
John,
Thank you so much, Doc.
for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So how can our audience reach out to you? And do you have any freebie that you want to share with the audience?
Yes, they can message me, or they can hit me in my email account, johnmichaelsasan27 @gmail account, if they have question, or if they like about research, perhaps if they need help.
Okay. All right. I believe our audience will definitely reach out to you, and they just need someone just like yourself. And and Penny, please also share with the audience how they can reach out to you, how they can work with you, if you have any freebie that you want to share with them.
Okay, they can reach me on my email address is penny.kwetle@gmail.com, or they can find me on YouTube, Penny Kwetle. I have lots of videos there for self-help, and also maybe also get me on Instagram as Penny Kwetle or Facebook as Penikwetla as well.
Oh, wow. They will definitely reach out to you because they just need a change. They need, this someone who will just open their eyes and identify those limiting beliefs, and then they will begin to live. You're going to share again towards the end of our podcast. So I believe our audience, as they are watching online, really, they've been inspired, they've been motivated by your messages. But it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. So I'm going to be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, let me share my bio with you. I'm going to, and then I'll come back and speak. So please enjoy. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable.
I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. welcome Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Oh wow, oh wow, thank you so much. Amazing, because like you've shown more nuggets on how we can actually cultivate our mindset for success. John on the other side, he mentioned that in order for you to cultivate that mindset for success, you'll have to focus on what you can control. And then Penny on the other side, she was like, success, it comes from planting the right seeds in the right direction. So plant those seeds in order for you to cultivate that mindset for success. So along the way, as you are cultivating your mindset for success, I just want you, as you are listening and watching under my voice, to follow your passion. Follow your passion, it will lead you to success. So you'll have to ask yourself, what's holding me back from taking those baby steps in the right direction? What's holding me back? Is it fear? Is it procrastination, distraction, or maybe searching for that mediocre life? What's holding you back? Because there are many reasons why people don't reach their dreams, and you must understand exactly the issues that are keeping you away from achieving your potential success. So it's a good thing to know what's keeping you away from your dreams, as you can try to change the way you approach them. So what's holding you back from going confident in the direction of your dreams? What's holding you back? Kings and queens, it's so essential to assess your goals' progress. Once you identify the reasons why you are being held back from actually reaching your goals, then you can try and work on it and improve. The good thing is that you can always conquer the motives if you recognize them. So being here today on this show, really, it shows that you are not willing to settle for that mediocre life. So don't let anyone stand in the way of your dreams. So you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life. You really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So get started today by cultivating that mindset for success, because many people, they know what their passion is, but they are kind of frustrated by the process of trying to turn their passion into profit. Whether you're running your own company, maybe starting your own business, or maybe you're seeking that next promotion at work, you'll have to ask yourself this question in order for you, that it will kind of increase the financial rewards of doing what you truly love, what you're passionate about. So ask yourself this question: what difference am I passionate about in others? About making in others' lives. Notice I didn't ask you what are you passionate about, but I just want you to kind of determine the purpose of your passion, which is using it to positively impact the whole world. That kind of drive, it attracts opportunities that often leads to raises, job offers, even promotions, or maybe new businesses. So in order for you to turn that passion into profit, you must fulfill a purpose that others need or want. When you focus on your passion, then try to find a way to turn that passion to impact other people's lives. In that way, trust me, you will have a winning formula. So it's a wake-up call, good people. It's a wake-up call to turn that passion into profit. It's a wake-up call to cultivate that mindset for success. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to provide you the 8 secrets that's no longer going to be secrets anymore, that I've actually used to turn my passion into profit, to build that income-generating business I've built. So if you follow the same system that I've actually used to build that income-generating business that I built, just doing what I truly love, something what I'm really passionate about, making a real impact out there, trust me, you'll be on your way to success in no time. So one thing you'll have to understand is that you can't give from an empty cup. You can never, ever give from an empty cup, but you need to fill your cup first. Fill your cup first, and then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. But you can never, ever give from an empty cup. So it's high time you fill that cup with all this knowledge that has been shared on this platform. So I'm going to share the 8 ways that to go from your passion to profit in no time, the way I have used it. So if you can please write it down. Number 1, dream big, but start small. dream big, but start small. Yes, you're allowed to dream big, but start small, because in the early days of launching maybe your business, you are still in the learning stages. So you need to test the waters first. If whatsoever you're going to be doing, it's going to be scalable. Yes, dream big, but start small. And then point number 2, you'll have to write about your interest. Yes, I said write about your interest. One of the simplest ways to go from doing something that you love to profiting from it is to write about it. If you can, please get started with that book. Maybe you started writing that book and then you decided, you were like, you know what, I don't have time for that. You put it aside. So keep going with that book, write about that book, publish your first book, the second book, the third book. You know, you will lose the count when you get to 10. That's how I lost the count when I got to 10. And then point number 3, you'll have to become an expert speaker, become an expert speaker, public speaker, motivational speaker, whatever speaker you call it. This is another way of turning your passion into profit by becoming a public speaker, sharing your knowledge, sharing your message with the whole world, because you may never know who just needs to hear that message on that day. So become a public speaker, an expert speaker in your field, whatsoever you're passionate about, just share with the world. And then point number 4, that's where all the creation begins. You'll have to create a product if you can, create a community if you can, create a course if you can. So to turn your passion into profit, you could also create a product that speaks into your heart. You can also create a community. These days, it's so easier than it was before, because now we have all these social media platforms where we can actually create our own groups with like-minded individuals who will hold you accountable for your actions. So go out there and create that Facebook group and start building individuals into that group. And also, it's easier now than it was ever before, like to create a course, whatsoever subject that speaks into your heart, just create that course and publish that course. And then point number 5, you can become a coach or a consultant, like many of us here. So if you're wondering how to monetize your passion and love being a leader and helping others, consider becoming a coach or a consultant on the subject that you are passionate about. So go out there and invest in coaching so that you'll be able to help others to identify their limiting beliefs and then design a plan of inspired actions for you to empower them in their journey. And then point number 6, you can start making YouTube videos. Yes, I'm glad Penny, she has a YouTube channel that you can go out there and watch her videos and get that help. You need help at some point in life. So go out there and create that YouTube channel. And thanks to the internet, because turning your passion into profit now is a lot easier than it was like 30 years ago without the internet. So if you can just go out there, create that YouTube channel, or maybe do lives like this and share your message with the world, because you may never know who's going to come across that message and be like, hey, can I be one of your clients, because I've been inspired by your messages. So go out there, good people, and create that YouTube channel. And then point number 7, trust me, believe it or not, but networking, it can be a great way to profit from your interests. So go out there, network around your community, around your city. Just find events that speaks to your heart and go out there and meet like-minded individuals and network with them. And then the last point, you can host an event. You can host a webinar like this, a summit like this. And now it's easier. Virtual events, I believe it's just the new currency that we have. Consider hosting an event around whichever topic you are interested in. So if you want to learn more about how to actually get started as a speaker, as an author, as a coach, maybe a consultant, or maybe a summit host or an event like this, please visit my website, because I also offer training on everything that I've actually mentioned today. So you are in good hands. Go out there. My website is www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that free consultation call with me so we can sit down and kind of, go through what you really need in life or where you just need that kind of shift. Because as flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you assist the person who's sitting next to you. Because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. When that flight goes down, you will definitely go down. So it's high time you put on that oxygen mask first to yourself before you assist your neighbor, before you assist your kids, your family, your community, because we don't want it to go down with that flight when it goes down. The reality is your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. It doesn't start with your neighbor. It doesn't start with your friend. It doesn't start with your spouse. It starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. So don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. Don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find a way. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. You know, I am a firm believer of affirmations. So we're going to affirm this together by placing your left hand on your chest. Let's affirm this together. Place your left hand on your chest and raise your right hand. So we're going to affirm this. We're going to say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want. You know, let's say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice. And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Yes, just give yourself a round of applause because you can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months. The drive is just inside of you. It's not outside of you. So you can have the drive within you to control every situation that is around you because it's inside of you. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name, but Nompumelelo, really, Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. You know, I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've heard enough. All these amazing speakers have shared more nuggets on how I can actually cultivate my mindset for success. How can I have that mindset for success? So it's high time you go out there and be the change that you want to see in this world. But the change that you want to see in this world, it must first start with you. So make that difference within you, to your community, to those who look at you as an inspiration. But in order for you to be the change, to make a difference in that community, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry, like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to cultivate our mindset for success. Because I believe that we all rise together and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone down, and we are here to lift each other up, really. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that with God, we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gifts and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what ideas can die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it just gave me sleepless nights. And I remember it very well when I started journaling my first book, Rise to Greater Heights. And then I kept going on. I lost the count when I get to 10, because I told myself that, you know what? It's high time now I follow my dreams, which gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach to my full potential. So this year, I'm also determined to rise to greater heights with many motivated professionals, many motivated individuals who are maybe ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Or maybe you're that individual who decided to put that book aside and you're like, you know what, I will never have time for this. I am here to promise you that, you know what, you can write that #1 best-selling book within 90 days, and you can publish that #1 best-selling book that will keep on selling nonstop. Perhaps if you are that individual who is just interested in getting started, really, I offer a no obligation 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call, which will allow me to find out more about the issues that you're experiencing, and also to kind of see if you're a perfect fit for any of my programs that I offer. So if you're interested in becoming a public speaker, you are interested in writing that book, maybe you just want to get the training to be a coach or an entrepreneur, maybe who wants to multiply your income by doing what you truly love and making a real impact out there, I just want to empower you to become a highly effective and an inspiring leader with a personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So go out there on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that call with me. And yes, it comes with a guarantee. Everything I do in life, it comes with a guarantee. Trust me, if any of my programs doesn't work for you, 100% money back guarantee. So go out there and book that free call, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we'll take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I will show you the how. How cool is that? So My consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. And you might have to ask, why are you doing this now? Why now? You know, I've been there, I've done that, and I know how it feels like. I remember myself 5 years ago, I was completely lost in the hustle. I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed. And I remember I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with those ideas. So it was only when I invested in coaching, and then I created my first premium offer. Then things started to change, and I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love, what I'm really passionate about, and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn to build that wealth, because the power is not outside of you, it's inside of you. So go out there and book that free consultation and call at www.risetogreaterheights.com, because growing up, I didn't have much in life, because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel Nkunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, amazing speaker. So at this moment, please feel free to share your final thoughts with our audience, and share how our audience can reach out to you. So Penny, the stage is yours, Queen.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. That was so amazing. I was also taking notes and ticking myself up from what you were sharing about the 5 ways of taking your passion to profit. Actually, when you're talking about something that really spoke to me was, this is my manuscript. So you just motivated me to publish it, because hey, it's been a long in a coming. So in a final note, what I want to say is that everything is about consciousness. Everything starts with a thought, and the thought manifests the reality. So success is when your thought and your action become one. So now we need to focus and harness on how we think about ourselves, about our craft, about where we're going. That consciousness is very important, and also staying positive. Dr. Michael mentioned gratitude, also being in gratitude. And there's the one thing also that guarantees success is what we've also been mentioning. It was the theme of this talk, that we need to have that win-win outlook to life, because when I win and another person doesn't win, it's not a win-win, it's a win-lose. So that's basically how we need to see what am I doing that is going to add value to other people's life. It's fine to have talents, it's fine to have gifts. God wants us to use our gifts, but in using our gifts, we need also to look at other people and what they need to have that win-win situation. And trust in a process, have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and believe that whatever you're doing is going to, no matter how long it takes, it's going to manifest into that fruit that you have planted in accordance with the seed. So as I say, my name is Penny Gwetle. I'm on the social media. I'm on Instagram. I am on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. And my email address is penny.gwetle@gmail.com. And also on YouTube, I've got a lot of videos where I really teach people how to take charge of our lives. It's like self-help. So if someone goes to my YouTube channel, they will be able to starting their life into the direction that they want to take in terms of talent wise. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really grateful.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Penny. I love the way that you've mentioned that, you know what, it's high time we take control. It's high time we take the first step. And for the fact that you are also a life coach who kind of assist individuals like with those videos, because I believe like we've got so many ways to impact the world, and this is just the first step, like to impact the world. Whosoever is going to be watching your videos and be like, hey, wow, you've just opened my eyes. I didn't know this. So I believe that we're all in this together, not the COVID-19, but we're all in this together in this journey to success. Thank you so much, Penny. And I believe our audience will definitely reach out to you, visit that YouTube channel and email you. Thank you so much, Penny. And if you can please also like share your contacts, if you don't mind, on the live streaming right now on Facebook. Thank you, Penny.
Thank you so much.
You can go ahead, John, and share with the audience, please.
Yes. Thank you so much, Doc Penny, Doc Riel Kunene. For my final note, I'll just make it brief and simple. You know, there are two worlds in life. There are two worlds: the inner world and the outside world. The outside world is out of our control. It's out of our power. What we have the full control is our inner world. It is how we perceive things. It is our opinion. We have the full control of our emotion. As what I've always advised to my wife, if it's not beneficial to you, don't mind it. If it's not advantageous if it's not beneficial for your mental state, for your peace of mind, then never mind it. You know, focus on what you can control and avoid those things that may enslave you. Priority, what is the priority? Your loved ones, for instance, your family. Then by that, find the true happiness, find the true meaning in life. Of course, you can reach me. You know, I'm quite busy in all the paperwork since I am the assistant principal. But if you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to listen to your problems, you can reach me in my email, johnmichaelsasan27@gmail.com, or on my messenger, my Facebook account, John Michael Visasan. Thank you so much for listening, for our dear audience. Thank you so much. We hope that we impart something valuable lesson today. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sean. And you are such a great researcher. So if you kings and queens, you are looking for that individual who, you know, who will go beyond your expectations, reach out to John, and yes, he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to hold you accountable for your own actions. Thank you so much, Penny. Thank you, John. Really, your time here on this platform, we just don't take it for granted. I know how busy you can be, but you've decided like, you're like, you know what, I'm going to spare that 90 minutes just to be on your platform. We appreciate you. We don't take it for granted. We are humbled. We are honored that you are on this platform and you've just shared your wisdom with us, which is a bonus. So thank you so much. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, really you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci, Siyabonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. May I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody set the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as